The seasons turned, and Tarem grew into manhood. He had his father's broad shoulders, his mother's calm eyes, and a spirit that burned quietly within him. Though Naya tried to raise him in peace, the truth whispered in every corner of the Mori. "See the boy by the river," they said. "He carries the blood of the lion who was slain by the panther." Tarem heard these words often, but his mother's silence kept him from anger. Instead, he watched, listened, and learned. He trained with old hunters in the forest, learned to read the movement of grass, to strike without noise, to face fear without trembling. Yet the fire inside him never went out. One evening, while bringing herbs from the forest, Tarem met a young woman named Ahenkor. She was the daughter of a traveling trader, with laughter that reminded him of sunlight after rain. They met again the next day, and again after that. In time, their friendship grew into love. Ahenkor was the first person who saw him not as the son of a fallen warrior, but as himself. "You carry too much silence, Tarem," she told him one night as they sat by the river. He smiled faintly. "Silence is safer than anger." She touched his hand. "Then let me share it, so it is not so heavy." For a time, he found peace. He began to dream not of revenge, but of life, of building a new hut near the hills, of children laughing beside the same river that once carried his father's blood. But fate, as the elders say, has a long memory. One morning, word spread through the Mori, Baru the panther was growing sick with age. Still, his heart was as cruel as ever. His soldiers roamed the villages, taking food and punishing anyone who spoke against him. When they came to the river village, Tarem stood before them. "Leave these people," he said calmly. "They have given enough." The captain laughed. "Who are you to command us?" Tarem answered, "I am my father's son." The soldiers returned to Baru and told him of the young man who spoke with the lion's courage. Baru's eyes narrowed. "Ahenkor's seed still walks this land," he said. "Find him, and bring me his head." That night, they came. The soldiers set fire to the huts by the river. Tarem and Ahenkor ran into the forest, smoke chasing them like ghosts. When they reached the old baobab tree, she stumbled. He turned, too late. An arrow struck her. She fell into his arms, her eyes wide and wet with pain. "Tarem," she whispered, "do not let your heart turn to fire. Promise me." But he could not speak. The world went silent except for the crackle of flames and the beating of his heart. He buried her beneath the tree where they first met, placing a single red stone on her grave. When dawn came, something inside him broke. The peace his mother taught him died with Ahenkor. He returned to Dumari, not as a hunter, but as a storm. Baru sat in his hall, weak but proud, surrounded by guards. When Tarem entered, the warriors hesitated. They saw not a boy, but the reflection of Ahenkor. Baru rose slowly, leaning on his spear. "So the lion's cup comes at last." Tarem's voice was steady. "You took my father. You took my love. Now, I take back what you stole, not your life, but your peace." Baru sneered. "Do you think killing me will bring them back?" "No," Tarem said. "But it will end the shadow you left behind." What happened next, no one could describe the same way. Some say the earth shook, others said the wind carried the echo of a lion's roar. When it was over, Baru lay still, and Tarem stood above him, eyes filled not with triumph, but with tears. The people found him later, kneeling beside the fallen panther. His hands were empty. His heart was not. He whispered softly, "Father, I have done what I thought was right. But I am more lost than ever." That night, the elders said the skies wept. Rain fell for 3 days, washing away the ashes of Dumari's pain. When the clouds cleared, the twin suns rose again, one golden, one pale, like the souls of Ahenkor and Ahenkor watching from beyond. Tarem left the village and was never seen again. Some say he walked into the mountains to seek peace. Others believe he joined his father and beloved in the spirit world. But in Dumori, the elders still tell the story by firelight. Do not feed hate with blood, for it drinks forever. Even the strongest heart can break when love turns to loss.